Wednesday! We've changed our name on the actual loot thing now, so no longer loot table or loot cast. It's just the loot. But anyway, Weeaboo Wednesday. Today I've got EB0.
Hello, everyone.
What do you want your handle to be?
That's his handle.
All of my handles I've ever used are all offensive.
Jer Bear.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Offensive.
So
I don't know, us. We just want to put dicks everywhere.
How about cowthorn?
Oh no, dude, that's going way back.
Calford? Oh yeah, your first email you sent me was anyway, special guest Calford or EB0's friend and my friend and Jared and Jer Bear. But
I'm not DJ's friend? Holy
apparently
shit.
not.
I'm
DJ
so sorry.
DJ doesn't even have a fucking handle. He's just DJ.
Well, that is...
No, he just always goes by his handle.
The drip.
Yeah.
So, anyway, hi DJ.
Hello. I'm not the drizzle.
No, the drips. DJ Drips.
Who is the drizzle?
Who is the drizzle?
Anyway. Yeah. This show sucked. I'm just going to start it with this show sucked.
Stop. I try to advocate shitty shows. You know this, dedicated viewers of the show. No, not this one. Not this one. Within 5 minutes, by the train ride, I was done.
Yeah. So anyway.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Not
we
like
watched
this.
Corda D'oro or something. I don't know. Whatever. That was the name of it.
Blue Sky Thinking.
Oh, Blue Sky. Yeah, that was the...
I can't even believe you remember that. Holy shit.
Woo. Quick synopsis of Poopy Show.
I got this. Violin playing, train ride, violin playing, violin playing, violin playing. Summary of events. Begin next episode.
But that's just it, though. The violin playing didn't mean a goddamn thing. It
No.
could have been anything.
They don't even sync up the violin animations with the song.
Well, they don't have enough money for that.
Well,
they were obviously a hentai group just
Yeah.
tasked with making a normal show.
That's what it seemed like. Yeah, it seemed like it was animated by one of those bad hentai animation shops.
Don't try to deny it. We know you all played those crappy hentai games back on Newgrounds. That was the art quality.
Yeah, dude. No, like Zone stuff
Yeah.
is really good looking. He kicks the shit out of all of this animation.
yeah, he's put his nose to the grindstone for so long, though. He's just on his own level.
Zone is just a god amongst porn.
I would rather sit in a room for an hour and a half doing nothing than watch this show.
That's what we did.
God, I mean, it's for 3 of them. 3 hours and a half. Oh, it felt like that many.
It's so bad that Jared lost his perception
shit.
of time. That's how bad it is.
Yeah,
God, the art was so terrible, too. Like, Jesus Christ. Holy
Although
fuck,
we did get one good laugh out of it with that doofy face.
during the animation, yeah, I'll try to make an exception, and actually, I'll try to remember to put a clip, or not a clip, or just a screen capture of that while we're talking about this. Because of my God, the face that guy was making when he was running, holy shit.
I just didn't even know a face could do that. Just holy shit.
It reminded me of when you have that friend who thinks he can draw and he brings you a picture and he wants your feedback, and he's really proud of it, and you know it's really bad.
Yeah, you just gotta sit there and be like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But God damn, like it's really hard to stretch this out because we just didn't care. I don't remember any of the characters' names. Like I didn't even try to.
Haru.
So Academy.
Yes.
Boom. Right there.
Haru.
Which one was Haru?
I don't know. But
Yeah,
Kino Hada.
Are you sure Haru wasn't a character from another show we watched like a couple weeks ago?
Because it's Kina Hada Haru.
Hanade was another one.
That's close.
Something.
Good for you guys. Bravo. Like, bring your A game.
Yes, because it was Haru.
Oh, that's right. We made a FLCL joke. That's why we remember that.
One of the bad guys who threatens to cut someone's fingers off over touching a violin.
But it could have been a washboard, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
Like, yes, he's not overstating this. You could have switched out any kind of conflict, any kind of focus on the show. It could have been about fucking stair running. It would have been the same show.
It could have been about a elderly cross-stitch group that meets on Fridays.
This was surprisingly more bland than Errata the Legend.
Yeah, my God, like this was the epitome of banal, like or banal or however you say that. There's like 9
Lapel.
Stop saying label.
They all wore buttons on their lapels.
Well, they were huge shields too. Say so. Everyone goes
So Academy, yeah.
Was that the only one?
No, there was the other.
There was 2 academies. Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
be honest. How the fuck will we know? They all just lumped into fucking one at the end.
So let's try to lay out a little bit of plot here.
It doesn't deserve it.
A little bit.
It doesn't deserve it.
A couple of characters are going on a train to meet an old friend at a performance. They get there. The performance is good, I guess, and surprisingly, that friend has like, look, you're going to live with me, and moved all their shit into the dorms where he lives.
Oh, spoiler.
Without their permission.
Spoiler, oh shit, he's not a friend, he's a brother of a friend.
Yeah, he's a brother of one of the main characters, and there's so many cliches in this show. Like, so basically, he wants to have these 2 characters play second violin for him in their orchestra.
For the
But
big competition.
they double cast it though.
Woo! 2 second chairs. Oh my god.
Which pisses off everyone else.
And then there's conflict, and nobody gives a shit. So everybody has this big competition to see if it's okay for them to be second chair. We see one performance.
And you don't even see the secondary.
Yeah, the second guy doesn't even get to perform to be judged, and they're just like, yeah, you're good. Second chair, you're right.
Don't forget though, the only reason she saw it is because she was going to be a magical girl.
And then she was.
Oh,
Yeah, I got fucking just janked.
She got the fairy ring.
And I want to talk about that because you know how when people go through some really severe trauma, they can start believing things, or they'll fall into like their own fantasy that they want to believe really bad. This show is so bad, we kept doing that. We kept making up these situations like, well, what if a plane were to crash? Or what if she was a magical girl? Or what if this was suddenly about World War II?
What if the guy playing the piano right now killed himself?
We kept hoping that this would happen.
See, I still think it's just a joke. I still think it's going to be a magical girl anime like 6 episodes in. I'm just saying.
That happened one time in the entire time of our watching anime together. It only happened once about the BB gun show. I don't think we're ever going to get that magic again. Like, I don't think
that was pure magic. I would rather have watched that in 10-minute increments over like a year period than have to sit through this for an hour and 30 minutes.
I would have rather watched Boku no Pico.
He's the only one. He's the only one.
Seriously though, as a palate cleanser after this show, we watched people react to Boku no Pico. That was how bad this show was. Like, oh my god. Just nothing happened. Nothing of consequence. Like, the second character, the main character fell in love with the dude. Second episode? Was it third?
I still think it was like rape love or something. It was bad.
Yeah, like it was just, he's like, hey, I love you. And she's like, okay. And then they went on a date, and he forced her to say it. Then they played a song, and why?
He was going to molest her mouth, let's just be honest.
And it wasn't good enough, so he needed more love.
Yeah, he was demanding. What an ass. We don't need... It should have died.
After he kissed her, he totally would have liked to play again. Yeah, that's not enough. You need to get up on the piano.
Maybe if we do it simultaneously while playing.
Like, oh my god. So, yeah, like, it just moved on from bland plot point to another bland plot point with bland characters. Literally, every character was just anime cliche. Mm-hmm. They had the 2 twins. Not twins, siblings. You already have to have siblings. Twins is a bonus. That's extra credit. But those were the 2 blue-haired guys. We had the dark blue-haired guy and the light blue-haired guy. There was a blonde dude. There was a reddish-brown haired dude. Then we had like a green-haired girl. Super blonde girl.
Whoa, no. Green hair wasn't a girl. Though, I do remember the green-haired person.
The really light green, like the long hair, we're not sure if she's real.
Oh shit, I forgot about her because she showed up a whole fucking 2 times.
You're also forgetting that he's colorblind and she clearly had teal hair.
No, she showed up 3 times.
Teal is part green, ass!
She showed up 3 times.
Was it 3?
Yeah, because she had appeared she had appeared when they were all eating food. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there was a breakfast scene and she was just there and they were all looking at her, so they all see her, but she still can appear and disappear at will, apparently.
God. That cat was wearing a teal scarf.
Yes, it was.
Oh, shit. Did we blow the lid off this? Yeah, for some reason a cat just appeared in her room one episode.
Green-haired dude. I'm just gonna throw this out.
Yeah, like, but seriously, that was it.
No, I'm saying green-haired dude, Carol Capel. That is how I felt. the entire time.
No, Carol Capel is a better character.
Do you really think so? Because this
I would rather watch a feature-length film with Carol Capel than this show.
it would. Oh my god!
You can watch a feature-length film with Veils of Vesperia, but it's not.
Does that have Carol?
It does not have Carol Capel in
Well, then
it.
that would be even
Well,
better.
then it's
Thank
fine.
you.
It gets 2 thumbs up.
It was a good movie. You guys need to watch it with me sometime. It's great.
I know I'm just hammering this home really hard. I would rather cut my thumbs off than give this show a thumbs up.
Like, yeah, we're doing now what we were doing the entire show. Just like trying to find out something that was good, and it just wasn't there.
Because there's nothing even to hook onto. It's just like, oh shit, man, we gotta
Yeah,
do this.
me and Jared just like spoiled the shit out of like the first hour of Undertale because we just had to start talking about something to distract us from the pain of watching this show.
The best summary for this show is we got 8 minutes in, and I remember turning to Jared and being like, "You realize we're watched 3 episodes of this, right?" and your despair and giving up of all hope, even 8 minutes into the show.
Yeah, he
That
was just like,
summarizes
"Oh
this.
man, I mean, we're almost done, right?" And we were like, "No, we watched 3 episodes." He was like, "What?"
I was so lost. I was just in this endless sea.
It's not even. This wasn't even your trial by fire. This is your like trial by bees or something.
See, that's just it.
This was your Chinese water torture.
Like
Yeah.
exactly, because like, oh shit, if it would have been bad, god damn, I would have loved it. Because man, I love shitty things. Like,
you
just-
do like
A
bad
very
things.
particular kind of shit.
You even like Dan Hibicki. I mean,
God, but Dan's the best. I mean
He
let's
was
just be
actually
honest.
not bad in 4. Like, they actually made him pretty usable. But, again, we're talking about tangential shit to distract us from La Corda D'oro or whatever.
I don't even want to try to stretch this out to full 30 because it's not worth it.
It probably, no, because,
It's just not worth
like,
it.
the animation was so bad. So bad.
The art was shitty. The musical accompaniment again.
The
didn't match
animation-
any of the animation.
Yeah, like, they didn't even try to match up any of the animation.
And not like that. Oh, that's just it though. It was classical, so they didn't have to make up their own fucking music. They just stole. Holy shit! No.
Yeah, all they had to do was like any of these other classical shows, like Your Lie in April, or oh god, oh fuck,
God, what's the one with the dog? Beethoven.
no, the one with Chiaki, and I don't remember the name of it.
Persona.
No, I don't remember. That doesn't matter. There's another. No Dame Cantabile. There we go. They would take the animation and make it CG at the parts when they're performing, so they didn't actually have to hand animate everything and use a bunch of time. They could have done that, but they obviously didn't have the budget, or they didn't give a shit.
They probably didn't even have the knowledge. I mean, come on, dude. Again, you go from drawing dicks to drawing someone playing with the fiddle. I mean, it just looked like they were stroking it sometimes
It
too.
did. It really
like,
did,
holy
yeah.
shit.
Like, my official headcanon is this is a porno studio's first actual anime. Like, that's what it felt like, because they just gave him some really shitty Epitome game to make into a show. And I guess we should probably mention that. Yeah, it's a reverse harem show. It's a girl with a bunch of guys, and she has to choose, and their only distinguishing feature is their hair. And they're...
Well, one's a whiny little bitch.
Yeah.
There's always that guy. There's the whipping boy. But,
And then there's the strong evil man, the really soft-spoken nice guy.
and it's all denoted by hair color, and
Yeah.
it's every cliche ever.
God, remember whenever she stuck her hand up to the airplane? Because that was important, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
She full-on Sinji'd it.
Like,
Yeah, you could... If you were to try to go through the 3 episodes we watched and splice them into one cohesive episode, you still wouldn't have enough for an episode.
Yeah, like, it's just boring shit, and then more boring shit. Bad animation. Bad character design. I guess. I don't know. I'm probably just being super harsh because I don't care.
Well, no.
But,
they sold their fate. Whenever they showed the snacks, you couldn't even tell what the fuck they were.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I want to know what you're eating, goddammit. It should look delicious.
It looked like generic dollar store
God, man.
off-brand snacks.
And she's gonna bring that to her fucking friend, brother.
that they hadn't seen for 3 years!
Yep.
Here you go, dollar food. Ooh.
I know you're obviously at this super high-class music high school now, but here's something from the dollar store. Have fun with that.
I feel like that's a metaphor for the show. Like the quality of the snacks is them trying to tell you that's the quality of the show you're gonna get.
This is what we got, guys. Here we go. Have some Twinkies and fucking ho-ho.
What do you mean Twinkies
Yeah,
and
dude,
Ho-Hos?
man, it was just
It'd be
like...
Twinkles and Ho-Hos.
It's just a box. This is candy. It's just like, I don't know what I'm getting, man. Just a fucking gamble.
Do we want the candy or pork and beans? Pork and beans!
It's like when you go to buy dog food for your dog and you're low on money and you just get something that has a picture of a dog on it.
You know, I can't tell if this is for dogs or if my dog's in it.
And then you pour it out and the dog just looks at it sadly. And you realize you made a mistake. I stole that joke from... God, what was that? I don't know. It was an old show on Adult Swim.
That was great, man. It's great.
It's a great show.
Great
Show. That was...
12-ounce mouse.
No.
Yeah.
It was the one where the
Pick up the phone.
Bite me, mom. And Googer Geiger. Said he's the Grubermeister. That show. Motherfucker.
So in other Weeaboo news,
Yeah. God, it was verdict. I hated it. How about you, DJ?
I'm going to go back to my food analogy that I did with errata. I had equated errata to a potato. It had potential, it had all the elements of food, but it wasn't quite there. This is late 1800s gruel from England, like during the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. This is just a pale gray paste that's supposed to be food, but is not consumable by anyone.
Please just...
I was just fucking bored. I mean, just
Yeah.
even talking about it made me bored as fuck. It's just like, it trails. I want to go home and still feel bored. Nothing I do will make any impact in my life from this point on. Because I'll be like, yeah, I know that violin really sucked.
I refuse.
You're
I
abstaining.
just won't. I won't.
Let it be known that EB0 was abstaining vote. The ayes have it.
I can't.
The show sucks.
I can't even odd after this show.
Don't be a basic bitch.
That's what watching this show's done to me. After this, I'm going to go home and I'm going to buy a whole bunch of blocks that spell love. I'm going to put it in my living room and then I'm going to drink Starbucks every morning. That's what the show's
Caramel
done to me.
latte.
Well, those are actually good though.
No, I'm sorry. I meant pumpkin.
Oh no.
You have to get the pumpkin
Pumpkin
because
spice.
it's
not going to be around forever, man. Pick it up.
you can't. You can only get this 4 out of 8 months of the year.
Are we fucking sponsored by Starbucks right now?
I had Starbucks for the first time the other day.
It's good.
Nah,
It is. Salted milk and caramel.
not
What's
it's not $5 good.
Did you get a venti, a 20,
That's not
a
the sizes.
tall?
I got a
It's
tall.
tall, grande, and venti.
Yeah, venti's like 20 or
I
something.
guess I got a tall. I
Tall's
don't
is
know.
small. It's 12 ounce.
Why the fuck's it tall?
Because the
Because
cups are
it's
tall.
stupid.
Whatever.
No, it's garbage. Alright, it's all bullshit. None of them
Just
make
like this
sense.
show. Fuck Starbucks.
Starbucks, if you're listening, he didn't mean that. Don't sue
Yes,
us.
I did. You don't get coffee there. There's no coffee.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, if you try to order it.
I like it.
See what happens if you was like, hey, coffee, and they'll be like,
Can I have a small black coffee? Do you want that like soy latte or no,
Yeah.
just a small black coffee, please? But anyways, I have actual Weeaboo news.
what do you got?
Because I have watched more television since the last time recorded than I have probably
I would
watched
hope
my
so. It's been
entire
like a
life.
month.
No, just in general. I've watched all of Rocket Rare the Six Flowers. I've watched 17 episodes of Log Horizon. So I've
Fuck
watched
yeah.
all of those. Log Horizon, absolutely amazing show. Really good. Infinitely better than Sword Art Online.
No,
you
shut
can
your
eat
face.
it. You can eat it. It's
They're
better.
not comparable. It's
Well,
not even the
they're
same
a similar
thing.
premise. I
It's
mean,
the same basic premise.
yeah.
Log Horizon is a political show.
It starts to be, yeah.
That's all it is after
What do you
that.
mean starts to be? Like, even I only watched some of it and it's still like, oh yeah, I know where this is going.
Like, it's all politics. Completely. And that's fine, because it's a really interesting...
It's like the
Take.
economic show.
Spice and Wolf?
Spice and Wolf,
Married
yeah.
with Children.
Oh my god.
Well, no, think about it. Married with Children, alright? He owned a shoe store. Economics.
Yeah, that's... mhm.
There we go.
Is this what our life has come down
No,
to?
I'm trying to think of the joke. I was like, oh, that was another Undertale joke. It's like, then 2 bones showed up, and now everybody knows what's up to do. That's politics! I laughed so hard. But anyway,
Rocker, Brave of the Six Flowers.
Stop spoiling it. You have no idea.
yeah, because we didn't ruin the first half of the game. It's not the half that
they,
hour.
they don't actually care about Goat Mom.
You killed her.
It was an accident.
You hear that?
He killed Toriel. This motherfucker killed
I
Toriel.
went back and changed it. All right, I'm not a monster.
But the flower knew.
The flower knew because he's a cheater, motherfucker.
Killed Gobon. Rocco, Brave of the Six Flowers. Really, really good anime. I would put it in my top 10. It's that great.
You completely finished it?
Yes.
That was the one that there's supposed to be 6 legendary heroes and 7 people show up.
Yeah, it starts off as a fantasy romp. There's 6 heroes, big bad demon guy, blah, blah, blah. It's all vaguely Aztec themed, which is pretty cool because you never see that. And then halfway through, the 6 heroes get together and there are 7 of them. And bam! Suddenly it's a murder mystery. The music changes, the intro changes, everything.
Holy shit.
Just gonna stop it right there on the Aztec thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, that was Mayans.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. So gonna Razafon is Evangelion, but for Mayan mythology.
Oh. Well, this is all just
And it was good.
Like background, like the villages are all like carved cliff villages.
Pueblos.
Yes.
No, weren't those with mud?
I don't know.
I don't think.
I haven't taken
Pueblo,
economics in like 8 years.
I'm pretty sure Pueblos were mud. No, it's mud, mother. I'm almost positive. I don't know. Someone out there who knows what they're talking about, send us an email at we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nobody comments on anything yet. It's kind of sad.
Well, no, that's real. Just send it there. We'll give it.
If you listen to this and you heard us say this, send us something.
Yeah, just
we'll
a little
feature
bit.
you next episode.
Just a little bit.
But it's really good. All the characters are great. The writing is great. It has good tension. It's not done. It's an ongoing. It's the first time I've watched an anime when it comes out.
Actually, it did just end.
Yeah, no, I watched the last episode.
Okay.
I watched the last episode of this season during the simulcast.
Okay.
So good job, Crunchyroll. That was really cool. But yeah, and probably one of my favorite things is how like every anime, the main character is always a hot-headed male who uses the power of justice and love to win. Like that's a shonen trope.
Yeah, it fell out of grace after Evangelion for a while, but now we're back.
I'll tell you right now, Shinji didn't just sit there and be like, oh,
after Evangelion for like 5 or 6 years, all main characters just mopey.
Well, he's not mopey either. He says he's the strongest man in the world, and then there's a reason why. Like they have an actual scene where it like explains why he says that and what he means by it. But he's clever. He fights through like tricks and having specialized equipment. So he's more akin to a rogue than he is like a fighter. Matter of fact, the first scene, there's 2 big, strong warrior guys fighting in this tournament, and he ends up beating both of them and be like, "Behold, I am the strongest man in the world!" And then he gets tackled and put in prison.
Wait, do we know if he was actually a human or was he a bear?
I'm sorry, Mr. Barrington. We never made any insult.
One of the greatest D&D stories ever. That was another thing we were doing while watching that show was recanting D&D stories.
Yep.
I also did some Weeaboo stuff in the last couple of weeks. Last episode, I told you guys that I read my first Yuri manga.
Yep.
I figured, to be fair, let's go yaoi.
Yep.
And I read a yaoi manga. Infinitely more disappointing than the Yuri manga. And not just because it was 2 guys, it was just boring. Like, I just picked a bad one, I guess. It was called 7 Days.
So you're telling me, instead of stroking dick, they could have been stroking violin and it wouldn't have mattered?
Yeah. We didn't like the show. I think they got it, bro. But,
For
yes.
those just joining us, we hate this show.
Yeah, it was boring.
Well, it was called 7 Days?
Yeah, and it literally, that's why I picked it, because it was completed. It wasn't that long. And I was like, okay, we'll read this one.
You sure you weren't just playing The World Ends With You?
Is that a gay thing? I don't know.
Well, there's some tones,
but no, it just.
Well, how was the gay sex in it? I mean,
there wasn't. It wasn't like a yaoi yaoi. It was
like ecchi.
What's it called?
Bishun?
Boy love.
Oh, but no, that's still... I'm
No.
almost positive Boy Love still has the wah-wah.
BL does not have...
Not
That's
usually.
full on yaoi.
That's
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't read a Yuri manga, technically. I read a girl love, or whatever.
the show.
There was no, like, explicit sex.
It's where hand-holding is lewd.
No, like, the girls in the one had sex, like, for reals, but it didn't show
show
anything.
anything?
Like,
So it's like any other one that does, because it's just like censoring shit.
no, because this wasn't full on, like, hentai. This was just,
So it was,
How
number,
many
it was
pages
number
did-
6.
How many pages did it take up?
like, 2.
Alright, well, fine, whatever.
And it was one scene in the entire, like, 40 issues,
So it was one step above number 6 then.
Nah. Well, the gay one didn't actually. There was no love making in that one at all.
So it was number 6.
Was the gay one believable? Did you actually
No,
believe it?
not at
Really?
all.
What?
No, because the premise was this guy always accepts, he always accepts every confession of love to him, but he always dumps them after a week. So this other guy was just fucking around. He happened to be outside whenever he dumped the other girl. And he was like, hey, why don't you go out with me, dude? And he was like, okay. And he was like, I'm joking, but I'll see you later. And then the guy kept calling him, like, in the morning and shit, and getting him to go to school and go to fucking training and shit. And I was like, okay. And then they just ended up actually falling in love. I'm like, this doesn't happen.
No, suspend your disbelief. I wanted to know if, like, could you actually feel it? Could you feel they were in love?
No. It
Not
was
even a little?
not really. No, there was, like, no actual relationship build-up.
Wow.
In the Yuri one that I read, there was actually, like, the one girl didn't know she was a lesbian at the beginning. The other one did, but she still, like, there was a build-up there. It actually had a story arc.
Maybe
Either
you
of
just,
them go to the beach?
No.
maybe you should just read more gay manga.
I'm gonna, because I'm like...
You heard it here first. Casey's going to read more gay
Because
manga.
I read the same fucking stories
Right.
every time. I'm getting bored with that shit.
Mhm.
Like, so I'm spicing it up. So I'm reading gay stuff now. What?
Why not
Judge
try
me.
to find the first bisexual manga?
I'm sure that exists.
I don't know. Japan's pretty weird.
So why wouldn't it exist?
I don't have to
No, they're
say.
weird about sexuality. I mean,
Yeah. There's like horse fucking and dog fucking and tentacles and
In Japan?
no,
Yeah, I'm
like
sure
in
it
the
happens in
manga,
Japan.
in the manga stuff. They don't actually have horses over there. They import them all.
That means they have fucking horses! Jeez.
Not really. They eat horse over there though. We found that out. Do you know that?
I bet it's tasty.
I ain't eating fucking Mr. Ed. It's fucked up.
He's also been dead for a long time, so he'd be all rotten and just boned or something.
But dude, Mr. Ed probably tasted really good since they constantly gave him peanut butter. just really flavored
Fucking
it.
fatty all over, all just marbled. All that marbled meat.
this is probably the last place I'd ever expect someone to get advice on cooking horse. Force feed it peanut butter first.
For
And,
at
like-
least 6 seasons of TV.
What was that other thing that they ate that we found out? Raw chicken.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Raw
no.
chicken. There's like sushi, but chicken. Fuck that. Ugh.
That's dangerous though. That's like fucking really dangerous.
Apparently it's
Shit.
like specially raised and grown so it
To
doesn't
like
have...
minimize the salmonella possibilities, but still,
Regardless, we're
fuck that.
from the West. And we're
Yeah.
like,
Shit, man, you touch raw chicken, you eat some, that's it, man. You're in the
dead.
bathroom, yeah.
You're gone. Otherwise, what else? I know I read. Oh, I watched a bit of Gate. Gate is awesome. Do you remember Outbreak Company? I know.
I love
Yeah.
Outbreak. This ceiling isn't familiar to me.
So Outbreak Company was some gate just opened up in Japan, and there's a fantasy world on the other end, and it was a comedy. Like they were like, okay, let's go over there and give them all of our culture and shit, and let's convert them to otakus so we can, exploit them and get the resources. That was the plan.
Good thing it didn't happen in America.
This is the reverse of that, kind of. A gate opens up, and they crawl at, like, just a whole bunch of fantasy shit comes into Tokyo and starts trying to fight us, and we stomp the fuck out of them. Just fucking destroy them. And then they were like, okay, okay, we got to figure out what's going on, and it's not serious, but it is. There is some comedy in there. But yeah, they go over there in this little party to scout things out. The lead guy that is in charge of it is a complete otaku, like an Outbreak Company.
Is it the same voice actor? Because he's been in everything.
No, I don't know. The guy that does this is like very just basic, bland kind of guy. But he's doing it on purpose because the character is supposed to be that guy. The only reason he helped everybody out in the first episode whenever they attacked was he was trying to stop Kamike from being canceled because of the attack. That was the only motivation that he had. But he is the leader of that. You find out that he is an Army Ranger and a Special Forces guy who also happens to be a super otaku. And everybody hates him because he doesn't do anything. He puts forth no effort, and he just is like the top soldier in the entire country. But it's just more serious than Outbreak Company was. Outbreak Company was a parody. This one actually is just like political machinations and stuff because you find out why the guy sent everybody to get slaughtered in the real world. And you want that guy to die? Fuck him so hard. It's a great show. So if you guys, it just ended the first season recently. So if you want to watch that, Gate, it's amazing. Great.
I'll have to put that behind Steven Universe, Orange is the New Black, and Overlord.
Oh, it's known as Donna's Titties. Oh, Overlord. Oh shit, I need to watch that.
I haven't started Overlord yet.
The one of the main characters a lich?
Yeah, it's another one of those get transported into the game things, but he becomes the bad guy.
Yeah.
In it. Yeah.
Well, he's not necessarily a bad guy.
Well, he becomes the main bad guy of the game, doesn't he?
Well, yeah.
He's not bad.
He's a lich. The main character is a lich.
So yeah, the guy isn't bad, but he has to be the bad guy.
There's a really good scene that I've seen the clip out of, where there is someone who's about to fight, but it's like an aggro range thing. Like they don't attack until they sense hostility. So he casts 50 buffs on himself, and then goes and fights her. So there's a scene where he's just saying all these spells and then engages them. So
yeah, I needed to start that, but looking at the new stuff that's coming out this season, not anything is jumping out.
Well, that just gives you time for getting stuff that came past,
I guess. But yeah, this new one.
I do want to talk about a manga too that I fall in love with, Dungeon Meshi.
Oh yeah.
Dungeon Meshi is a slice of life. It's a slice of life where everyone in the world lives in a dungeon, and it's about cooking monsters. They can't afford to buy food, so the guy's like, well, we can just cook the monsters. They capture a myconid, a mushroom person, to dice him up. Then they capture a giant scorpion to cook it. And then this dwarf overhears them, and it's like, my life passion is cooking monsters. And so they just travel around cooking monsters. And it's an adorable slice of life manga, and everyone should read it. It's amazing. It's really good.
Anything else? You guys watch or see anything weird?
No.
Anime just related?
Nah. Getting things to watch, but...
Not anime? You don't want to talk about that one game, Sengoku Rants?
That would take up at least an hour. Holy shit.
I don't know if... I might have to make up a new format for this, but everybody play Undertale so we can have a super spoiler discussion after we're done. Please. I might have a special Weeaboo Wednesday episode, but holy fuck, guys.
Don't forget to call your moms. Your goat moms.
Oh, yeah. I cannot recommend that game enough. If you like Earthbound even a little bit, play it. It's so fucking good. But I will spare everybody the spoilers. Just play it. Just fucking do it. Other than that, I think we're all good. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Because, how long did we talk about the actual show? 10 minutes this time?
Yep.
That's a record.
I think 15 at the most.
That is a record. Because, man. Anyway. Guess we'll just sign off. Because bang, not with the bang, but a whimper. Fuck La Corda D'oro.
Blue sky.
It's
If
so
you,
dumb.
If you help make this show, feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
And the next show that we randomly chose for next week is Joker. I remembered that. I had to, search, because we're not in my normal recording place. But, yeah. So we're going to watch Joker if you want to watch along with us. Bye. Signing out. SpaceKase.
Here's DJ.
California?
You're California now?
I guess.
I don't know. Or you can be Jer Bear. I don't
Either
care.
one. They're both good.
I'm just a dick.
Jerforn.
EB0.
Why you gotta go sultry? Getting all sultry.
He was seducing me. He had a bone to pick.
To be honest,
Stop it with your incidental music, Sans. Alright, anyway, bye.